Welcome to our demo SCIO EDUCTOR, our quantum biofeedback and bioresonance technologies. Today we will talk about the brain balance and the brain biochemistry. So we have many procedures in our EDUCTOR and SCIO and EDUCTOR device, and we'll try to show you the main procedure. My name is Jacqueline Jacques. You know my professional background. At this point, I will not go into that. And this video is part of a series of videos to present the main characteristics and functionalities of the EDUCTOR, the most efficient quantum biofeedback and bioresonance technologies on the market today. So this video will present the brain balance, brain chemistry, and we know how important is the brain today. So we'll just return to our program, our screen. So the brain balance, first and foremost, we'll just go into the way we can balance the brain, okay? The lobe of the brain and everything. So we have a panel that is called brainwave, and then we can just balance. So I will start just to show you how long it takes. And it is really nice to see how, it can be like 2 minutes, but, it will just test all the client on all the wave in the for the client, the alpha wave, the beta wave, theta wave, delta wave, and gamma wave. So this will be something that is important to see on the left, and on the right it will show to us some aberrant frequencies in the brain that will bring some vulnerabilities in the brain. Okay, so what is important that we have, today at this presentation, I will not go into all the detail and the definition of all those conditions on the brain on the right, but I want to let you know that we have a wonderful manual here we share with the client, just to make we share with the practitioner, just so that they know about all those waves, the brain wave, gamma wave, what it is, the beta, the alpha wave, the theta wave, the delta wave, and then this is really fully described and well explained exactly. So we need to just have a look at that in the training. We have a look at that, and we make sure that everything is clear for the client. So this is finished, you have seen. So here what it shows that there is some emotional tension in the brain of that person. So we have here a command where we could try to harmonize this emotional tension. We will not do this today because it will take some time. Then I will just click on this and it will remove it. But in real life, I would do it. So what I am looking here in this result, I'm looking at this immature slow thought. It should be less than 5. So it is 0. I am happy. On the right, I want this normal to be above 40 ideally, and 10 points higher than all of this. So that means that all of this should be less than 24. So this is, and we have a procedure to harmonize everything. And then this is really, as I said, really important to try to minimize and correct. And this is really often, all those conditions will happen mainly with the use of the mobile phone. And we have here, another the panel where we can use and work and balance, all the brain. We can work with the brain on a general, and we can be specific to look at the hippocampus, amygdala, corpus callosum. Let's say I will just do the corpus callosum. I click on the name, and then it will harmonize, and we will have a result here. So this is really something very, very, very simple, easy, and so revealing. Look at that, 38. So what we know here is that the client needs more stimulation. So the integration of the left and right, the hemisphere, the left and right hemisphere is not well balanced, and it will look also at the front and back harmonization of the brain and the top and below. Okay, so this is good. So we can work on this. So this is really good. And then, so this is the part where we can work on the brain. We have here also some other panel where we very much easily can work on the brain, and this is mainly what we call the time therapy. And we have here, below at the bottom lines, everything related to the reticular formation, hypothalamus, frontal lobe, temporal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, and all the vagus nerve, cerebellum, medulla oblongata, limbic system, everything that is related to the brain. And we can, stimulate, with here we have like, let's say, a timer here, and we can stimulate, and we can even stimulate long term, even like a whole night, a whole day on something. So this is really something that is interesting. And also, so this is will work mainly on the lobe, on the, I would say, physical part of the the physical, if I can say, the structure of the brain. Now we want to work on the biochemistry. So the biochemistry, we could look in here. We have here all the neuropeptide. I don't know if you can see neuropeptide balance, stimulation, stabilization. So what are those neuropeptide? The neuropeptide balance is to stimulate the innate intelligence reactivity, the neural net stabilization to reduce anxiety, the neuropeptide balance to focus on the now, the neuropeptide stimulation to balance biochemical disorder. So this is really something that is so important. And then we can work specifically on neurotransmitter. And the way to work on the neurotransmitter here, we will just go here, and then we have on the second part here of the screen in gray, we have all the neurotransmitter. We have 47 of those neurotransmitter. So what we do, we go value of neurotransmitter. So the value here shows to me what neurotransmitter is or are the most important for that client. Here we talk about histamine, the substance P, aspartame, glutamine, renin, we can look at all of these. And then with testosterone, secretin. So what I could do, I could just click, and I have one here. I can do a 10-second zap. So you can see how it's easy. I will just do the 10-second zap on the secretin. I can go testosterone, acetylcholine, GABA, serotonin, dopamine. So very, very much it is interesting here. And in here on top, we have all those neuropeptides that I named before. Then I can do, from this panel, I can harmonize. And this is so interesting to see the result, how the client feel good because the neuropeptide, the biochemistry of the brain is working properly. Many people are in depression or have a lack of memory, a lack of something, and because the biochemistry of the brain is not clear. They have difficulty to concentrate, they have difficulty to feel good, they have difficulty to wake up in the morning or whatever. So this is what is important. And those neurotransmitters, for sure, we can work straight from the matrix. Then we can just go and we have a subcategory that is called neurotransmitter. I can just click. I have plenty of neurotransmitter here, and then I can go and then I click and then I just do a treat or a zap here. I can zap for 3 minutes, 9 minutes. I can just treat for 7 seconds, 7 to 10 seconds. And what is important is that I can right here, I can do a search in this matrix because there are more than 10,000 lines. I can look at all the lines that contain the word dopamine. And then I have the dopamine here. And then I can just, can go and then I have the dopamine, serotonin, let's say serotonin, dopamine. I can just go and treat. And there will be a 7 to 10 second zap of this frequency to the client. So you can see, and we have plenty of those neurotransmitter. It can be, as I said, all relate to the neurotransmitter. Specifically, it can be related to the lobe. It can be some, relate to some part of the brain, the limbic, the reticular formation, and everything. What I can do, if I want to be more related to the structure of the brain, I could write the word lobe, and then I do this, and I have all the lobe here. I even have the Alzheimer's disease here that could, so we can look at the reactivity if it is significant for that client Alzheimer's. So we can list all type of a disease, and then we can just harmonize with this street here or the uh, zap here that I can see. Okay, and we have the result here. Those blue squares show to me if the client is reacting well to the frequency that I sent to him. And we have plenty, to finalize this short presentation. I would like to show to you that we have plenty of those, I would say, screen where we can work, and in here I can work on all the anatomy of the brain. I can just click twice, and then it will work in general on the brain. And then I have another panel here that I can go and look and see all the organ about the brain, and I have the frontal, I have all those brain part, parietal, temporal, occipital, limbic, and I can work a cerebellum. Let's say I work on the cerebellum. This is an extra panel, so I can work in two panels at the same time. And in here, what is happening on this first panel, I have the result here, 60%. I want more than 90 here. So I can look at that. I have brain anatomy. I can look at some specific part of the brain. I have many of those signature, where or sarcode, for the brain, for the midbrain, cerebrum, all of this. So this is really, really something interesting. And I have, a few more. Sorry for this one here. I have here, for the brain, when we talk about the spinal cord, we have here for the people, mainly this is related to people with multiple sclerosis and everything. And each time I just click either on the list or the name or in the white part of the screen, and then it will send some frequencies to help. And also I have always here a percentage of rectification. And this is what is wonderful, because we know, we can see if it is working, okay? And what is the reactivity of the client. We have many more procedures to help the brain, but this is just a quick demo to show to you how we can work in the either, on the biochemistry of the brain or on the structure of the brain, always energetically. And we know that the energetic body is the matrix of the physical body. And by stimulating the energetic brain, then we can have the physical brain will adapt and will start working better. Okay. So that was our presentation. This is those are my all details. You're welcome to contact me, and then if you would like to have a demo, a real demo through internet, you're welcome to contact me. I will be more than happy to present them to you. Thank you.